Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to ATS OwnOps. If you're not familiar with this series, don't worry. I will give you a primer once we get on the road. But here we are back in our rusty, trusty Mac. And I just finished a late lunch here at McDonald's. Not the healthiest thing, but it is pretty close to our pickup point here at UPS just across the street. Because I found a very profitable job. Let me show you. In the previous episode, actually, if you've watched it, we streamed this, right? We got a couple of jobs in, if I look at the world map. So you can see we came from Price, I think, went around Colorado here, back and forth, and ended up in Fort Collins here. And the last point, we earned some money. We are now at 44K. We are almost there. We can almost pay off the 50K loan. Right here, so one more job and we can pay this off. It's going to improve our cash flow quite a bit because right now it's taking 1,200 a day from us, and we'll be able to save up on interest. But yes, we can see. What was I going to say? Oh my goodness, I forgot about it. No. The last episode before we ended, I got a skill. Class 1 Hazmat Transportation Training. We are now licensed to haul explosives, and look what I found here in Fort Collins. Some people, UPS in particular, they're paying good money, $45.55 per mile to haul fireworks to Grand Junction. And although that's the exact same route we took, just the opposite way, there is an alternate route for this. If we go through Steamboat Springs and Rangeley, I think we can go through that and end up in Grand Junction today. So let's go with that, right? So that's paying off tremendously more compared to the others. Others are like in the $30+ per mile. This is $40+. So when we do find these kinds of jobs, it's going to be really worth the investment, right? See, and happy to hear that you guys are enjoying this series because I surely am. I'm loving the constant progress and the immersion it brings. How we can really be part of the world and strive, struggle and strive and avoid penalties and earn money bit by bit. Let's go and block that guy off. Sorry, I'll just take a second. Force feedback on the wheel. I'm liking it. For those who are wondering what my settings are, I think in part 2 of the previous VOD, the most recent VOD where we had an ATS OwnOps live, part 2 of that, beginning of the video, I actually showed what we changed there. So here, 45.55 compared to like 38.35 from the others. Yes, please. You just have to be very careful with this. And for those who missed the live stream for this OwnOps series, go and check it out. It was nice. It was fun, at least for me and the others. Hopefully you find it fun too. But yes, we had a couple of improvements. Actually, just one, just a small win to celebrate our first salary. We bought Keddy, Alan's best friend. Not sure if they are getting along together. Mostly, it was just something we bought to piss off Alan, but it doesn't seem to mind. It seems like they are getting along. At least it looks like it because Alan is happily just sleeping like usual. Also, one thing I learned with this truck, looking left like that is not the most helpful thing. It's actually easier to use the mirrors. You can see better from the mirrors right there. 1 second, let's get some angle in here and then turn it sharper. I guess that can work. Yeah, that might work. Have to make it super sharp though. And the right side, yeah, that's okay. We'll make it. Look at this rusty trailer, but still works fine. Still works great. And for those who are wondering about the technical details, which mods I have enabled and whatnot, as always, mods list link in the video description. You guys know it by now. Maybe. Or for those who are new, might be watching this, welcome. So ATS OwnOps is a brand new series we started that focuses on the owner operations. You know, we are an owner operator. We don't have employees. We have our own truck and trailer, but that's that, and we work on our own. So it's a sole proprietorship kind of thing. Also, one thing that was suggested by DH is that when I'm parking, making it more realistic instead of just looking for the green light, really trying to align this to the entrance, to the vent, the opening of the dock in there, which I'm not doing very well right now, but that's okay, I think. That's okay. We'll get there bit by bit. Right, let's close the windows. Relax for a bit, guys, because this might take some time. They have to load the stuff in, and they have to be very careful with it. These are fireworks after all. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not perfectly aligned, but I'm sure they'll manage it. Also, it looks like it's getting a bit dark. Oh, I hope sunset wouldn't get in the way again. But dude, looks like we'll be arriving 10 p.m. if you look at the ETA there. The lower right, 9:56 p.m. is when we'll be arriving at Grand Junction. We do have 15 hours remaining, so we can rest a bit later on when it gets dark. So let's go ahead and plan for that. Let's see, if we're starting in Fort Collins, no, actually we'll be rerouting here. Yeah, we'll take the longer route around. I hope that doesn't make us late. But we do have lots of rest areas, and I think I'd want to rest in Steamboat Springs. Probably that one would be the most on the way, right? Or actually this one. We'll see. We'll see. It depends. It might be too early at that point. Okay? But yes, instead of going past I-70, my favorite interstate, we'll pass through this way, a bit more to the north, so that we can explore more roads and unlock new cities and get more possible jobs. Widen our reach for the future. Man, that feels good. Starting to like the steering wheel, the FFB sensation now with the 142 update. I think the only thing I did is I pressed the default setting button, so I reset the settings to default, and then I maxed out the internal friction. Oh, and the engine resonance I increased a bit, and I think that was that. Turn on our lights here. There we go. Looking good. Truck is looking pretty stable. Interior is pretty fancy. Brand new. Reupholstered interior. But the exterior, plenty of work to be done on that front. But yeah, I don't want to spend for now on it. It's okay. It doesn't look that nice, but it's working pretty fine. So it's mostly just the looks that's the problem. Everything else is intact. All the engine underneath, the suspension, all the other parts are healthy. Yeah, just a bit of rust. It's just really the exterior that took the brunt of the punishment. So might not look that nice, but it works pretty good. And we've seen in the last live OwnOps session where we actually were passing through some cars which broke down, some newer cars and trucks which broke down, and us just happily trotting away, plowing through, striving on, whatever expression you can think of. Yeah, so this rusty piece of art right here is actually more dependable than those newer car technology thingies. Oh, come on, turn right. Thank you. So what you can do here is you can just stop, do a full stop, and then turn right. That should be allowed here in the US, right? I think I did it right. Ish. Good. Let's go ahead and read some signs. Rocky Mountain National Park close to commercial vehicles. Yikes. Is that where we're going through? Ay. That must mean a penalty. Well, let's just consider that as the entrance fee to some nice views if needed. Because this view so far, really liking it. Really liking that view up ahead. Yes. And yes, increasing the engine resonance I really like, just a little bit. So as you can feel the engine vibrating. So when your engine is struggling on those steep hills and your engine is revving high, working hard, you can feel it on the wheel. It's not too transparent. It's not too opaque rather. Look at that beautiful mountainside right there. The rocks here in this area looks pretty good, doesn't it? This is nice. Big Thompson River. Is this where we're driving through? Probably. Goodness, I love the windiness of the roads. We have to be very careful though. We're carrying 11 tons of fireworks here. 11 tons. How does that equate to pounds? Is that 22,000 pounds or 33? I always forget. I think 22,000 pounds. If I got that wrong, let me know. Man, look at this view. Autumn vibes and sunset. Beautiful. Fire hazard? Not today, thankfully. Not too dry today. Oh crap, yeah, we'll be given a penalty here. Let's go and stop, and maybe we can request if they can just allow us this one time. Well, no one's here, so hopefully no one catches us. We'll see. Take this shortcut, the scenic route. Very nice sounds. I'm still using the same combo, guys. Interior from Zeemod, exterior engine sounds actually. So interior sounds from Zeemod and engine sounds from Kriechbaum. There's the penalty. How much was that? 1,100. Oh, that's a very expensive entrance fee. That's okay, because we will be earning tons from the fireworks job. So we have a bit of leeway on that. That's okay, that's okay. At least we'll get the sights. See what they do for you guys. All for the gram. Is that what they say these days? I'm also trying to float gears as much as possible. Good practice. So by the time we get a brand new truck maybe, or a newer one at least, I won't disappoint its gearbox. Ooh, what is that sign? Looks like there might be, what animal was that? Was that a ram? Looks like it had some majestic horns. Also, it looks like it's getting dark, so it might be actually time to sleep soon. What time is it anyway? 1 second. I always keep looking for an analog clock here. I don't see any. Might have to look elsewhere. What time is it, guys? Just don't ask Alan, because for Alan it's always sleeping time. Yeah, it looks good. Oh, that weather doesn't look good at all. Yikes. Not sure if it's just going dark because it's getting late, or it's really the weather is starting to turn. I think it's the latter, or it may be both actually. Yeah, it might be both. Oh, lots of bends in here, huh? You might have to make this 2 episodes actually. That might be nice, 2 parts. So we don't rush things. Because the longer episodes, usually people drop off already. Not all people are able to watch the entire thing. And looks like this is not the best for fuel economy either, because we're going up and up and up. That means my engine has been struggling all throughout. Scenic overlook. Okay, that looks like a rest area. Guys think we should spend the night there? Time is it anyway? I don't want to open the overlay as much as possible, but fine. Don't have a clock. It's 7 p.m. Okay. I think that can work, right? When we wake up, it will probably be dark. But I think it might be fine. Because it's getting dark anyway. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go and stop here. There's a viewpoint here as well. Might as well enjoy it. And then maybe we can get to Steamboat Springs and end part 1 there. Something like that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, Alpine Visitor Center. Okay. Yeah, look at how dark it is now. Unfortunately, if you do a viewpoint right now, I doubt we'll see a thing. So it might not be the best time for a viewpoint tour. But we can try it out, and then if it's not good, then we'll just skip it, right? Alpine Visitor Area. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see. Seems like a rest area in there as well, but I don't really see here. Yeah, that is going to be pretty dark. Rocky Mountain Road. I guess it looks good. Maybe it looks good normally. Let's give it one more angle. At least you still see the flag there, right? This looks like a Halloween special now. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all those red lights. Yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and line up. Rest for the night, so that we are perfectly in time for a nice sunrise when we wake up. Now where are we resting? I'll need my overlay here, I think. This one, so I know when I'm in a rest area spot. Okay, here, but I don't want to block that area with the handicap parking spots. So instead, I'll block these guys in here. Yeah, I think they can. They'll be creative enough to find ways to get out of the way. Or maybe I should be staying there, huh? Oh no, but that looks too small. Okay, there we go. Responsible citizens. Alright, there it is. 5:48, still as dark as ever. No, it's kind of something peeking out there, right? Let's see. Oh, why did I decouple that? No. That's not what I wanted. Oh crap, we'll be late, guys. We will be late with this job. Dang it. Don't like that. Let's reattach. Was this an urgent delivery? I don't think it was urgent, so even if you get the penalty, it will be minimal, I think. Okay, there we go. Trailer is attached. Off we go. Nice. We turn right. Yes. And then we'll have to reroute, I think. I think we're Good. Whoa. Don't have enough space to let these guys go. Okay, he stopped. Oh. Let's give him space. Thank you. Ooh, looks a bit scary. There we go. Back on the road. I know it's still dark. Bear with me. It will be light very, very soon. Hopefully. We'll get there. You guys did mention, or at least some of you did like that we had some night trips. It does make it more realistic, doesn't it? But it's not as scenic for sure. So I'll try and mix it up. Mostly daytime driving, but yes, from time to time like this, we'll need to drive at night, or at least without the sun. Especially these days, autumn is almost ending, winter is starting to peak in, and with that comes even shorter daytimes. So, crap. Not my favorite thing about it, but it's part of the package, right? Okay, let's slow down here. We don't want any undue penalties. It's going a bit over. 35 is where it's at. There it is. Good. Yeah, I kind of like the addition of Keddy in there. Even at night like this, you can see his head bobbing like so. Just enjoying the cabin shaking. The physics. There we go. This truck is actually pretty stable. I'm impressed. It is recommended to take this hairpin at 15 miles per hour, but we've been doing it with like 30 or 20 plus and we're fine. So not bad at all. Look at our speed, 25. 10 miles more than the recommended. And we're perfectly good. Pretty stable truck, wouldn't you say? And look at that view. That's what I was looking forward to. Sunrise. In these mountains. Oh yes. Thank you very much. Very good. Now we're starting to feel it. But looks like we're not yet out of the woods, although... Oh my goodness, look at that lighting. Phew. Is this another penalty, or are we leaving the area now? We've paid our entrance fee, so don't go looking at us in that way. We paid our dues, right? Not our fault that we wanted a scenic route. Yeah, it was. Okay, fine. Now maybe the roads will straighten out a bit. We will see. It just looks like part 2 will be a very scenic route again, guys. And with the sun now peeking out like this, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll have to take a photo here. 1 second, let's take a photo right there later. I'll take care of it. Look at that. Yikes. Beautiful. Good morning indeed. What is that saying? The ranch. Interesting. I don't think we're going there though. This one qualifies as like a bridge, right? Kind of, a land bridge. I'll take that. That qualifies as a bridge shot. That might be the thumbnail right there. Man. Okay, I'm happy now. We're staying in Colorado and just enjoying. We're exploring the different roads. On the way to Fort Collins from Grand Junction, we took I-70 past that favorite route of mine with the cliffs and the windy highway roads and whatnot. was all super good. But this one, this time, it's a completely different feeling. More naturey, less urbany, but just beautiful all the same. Oh, and by the way, I added a mod thanks to you guys. Thanks to Grey Dog and Alex for linking those to me. We were discussing it during the live session last week. How about real fuel prices? And although I wanted to use like a real life app for it, I don't think it's going to be practical for the game. So we resort to the next best thing instead. There's actually a mod, I'm sure some of you guys use it. I think it's called Real Fuel Prices or something like that. It's in the mods list now. Look under the company section. There should be an item there that links you to the Steam Workshop. This mod basically changes the fuel prices per state. Makes it more reflective of real life. And of course, it's not always accurate. It's not always up to date. But from what I've seen, the mod is updated like once or twice a month to update the prices. So not bad, not bad. And so with that, we get some brief idea of how well the prices are, where we should be fueling up if possible, especially if we're doing those long haul jobs. Like for example, Colorado is actually one of the cheapest states when it comes to fuel prices. $3.48 per gallon. The only thing that beats it, I think, let me look at this list here, is Oregon at $3.33. So yeah, if we're taking a long haul from Colorado to somewhere, I would rather fuel up here. Or if we're passing through Colorado at some point, yeah, I try and save up, try to postpone the fueling up until we reach Colorado because it's pretty cheap here. So I think that will be a nice varied addition to the immersion. Planning out our route, not only in terms of the roads, but also in terms of where it's best to fuel up, in terms of price. Now granted, I wanted a bit more, I wanted ideally one step further than that, like within states, each gas station would have different prices. Like what Alex was mentioning, normally if you have gas stations near highways, you would have gas stations near highways would be more expensive by default, and then gas stations on the outer edges, farther from the highways, would be cheaper, yeah, because you'd have to venture forth, outbound, away from the highways to get to them, which makes a lot of sense. I think that's like that everywhere in any country. But yeah, it would be nice to see here too, but I'm not sure, to be honest, if that's technically possible. Maybe the most detailed we could get is per state. Gas stations per state would have different prices. It would be cool, like if for example we say Wyoming has, or Colorado has $3.48 per gallon, the price, but the gas stations would play around that range. Like let's say gas stations next to highways would be at $3.52, and then the ones that are outside would be at $3.44, something like that. It would vary. That would make it probably wouldn't make much of a dent in the financials in the long term, but it does make for some nice immersion, right? Like going to a gas station that's out of the way just to save a few bucks. And then that's where the questions come in, like, is it worth it to spend gas to get to that place so that you can save money when you finally fuel up? Maybe, maybe not, it depends. But it's part of the judgment call, right? Runaway truck ramp, do we need it? No, we're good. We have very powerful Jake brakes here. There we go, just coasting along, speeding up. 50 miles is the speed limit. Getting to 55 is no problem there. The signage is beautiful. And yes, the vegetation is perfect. Gives you these autumn vibes with evergreen trees. Yes, now I know what they are. Oh my goodness. The things I learn in ATS. Okay, looks good. Look, this is Steamboat Springs, I think. Slow it down here. Come on. There we go. Alright. Interesting, there's also the kilometer per hour conversion in there. So we'll take a break here. And then we'll end the first part of this trip. And then we'll continue off in part 2, which should be coming in a few days after this video. And hear that Jake brake just gurgle. Okay, it's a bit of a cliffhanger. This guy is not really turning right. He's going straight, so we'll have to wait. No problem. Enjoy the views a bit. Steamboat Springs looks like a very nice, cozy place. Looks like a nice vacation-y spot right outside Denver. Maybe not right outside, but I think relatively close, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah, look at this lodge, guys. Very cool looking lodge here. Even has wooden beams and everything. Very, very nice. Very scenic. Wow. Okay. I like that. They even have these parking areas for trucks. Very accommodating of them. Okay, let's see if I can park it up here properly. Okay, we do have enough space in there. Okay. Maybe we can park next to that bus. Not sure if my angle will make it that much. Yikes. I might hit this beam. Arrgh. Might have to adjust a bit, guys. 1 second. Sorry. Let's not rush it. Actually, that might be an easier one. Can we hang out here instead? For the sake of convenience, let's just stop by here. No trucks allowed. I think no trucks allowed there, but here we are allowed. Here, yes. Yeah, this one. It's a bit less cozy. But I just need a bio brake. Don't need anything fancy. So we'll stop here instead. Okay. Alright. Looks good. I hope no one will mind me hanging out here for a few minutes. Alright guys, let's leave part 1 here. Catch you in part 2. Clumsy Trucking. Catch you soon, and bye-bye.